much I understand. I would like some details, please.
That's good. I thought you were losing your mind the same as me. But first, before I carry on with that, is there anything other than these two issues you bring to me?
Well, there's this. Jack reaches into his shirt, unlaces the front of it, and takes out the crystal.
I thought I'd seen swirling force around you.
But you did?
Of course.
I look around to the rest of the room. Did everyone know?
Yep.
Yes, Jack. I've known for some time.
Well,
Fucking
swirling
Jedi.
force gets us force users all excited, you know, ooh, destiny, but just, it's not really that big of a deal.
See Jack
Trust me.
stopping himself from mouthing "fucking Jedi" repeatedly.
Trust
Jack,
me,
I would remind you that I cannot help but notice it. And she points to her, lack of eyes.
By the way, I was hoping that since you're not any of the other Jedi we know, might be able to help train me, Jack says with a wince in his voice.
He's gonna look towards Cora and say, I send you off to get you out of trouble, and you bring more trouble to me.
She just shrugs. I don't know, it just has a way of finding me. But that aside for a moment, Cora turns back to Jack looking extremely angry. You call him a Jedi, but you keep calling me a Sith for what? The last couple of months? What's up with that?
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I should mention, I'm not a Jedi.
Also, I didn't call him a Jedi. I said he's not like any of the. I implied it.
But you didn't say fucking Jedi.
Yeah, so he's gonna go, yeah, I'm not actually a Jedi. In fact, I don't think I or Cora has ever told you. I'm, well, a former Sith Lord.
Sorry, can you say that again? All I heard was Sith Lord.
Yeah, it's like, I do not think me or Cora have ever told you.
Yeah.
I'm a former Sith Lord.
By the way, just so we're clear, that's why I told you that I'm never gonna become a Sith Lord. Because basically it comes with the territory. I'm gonna get the same dry sense of humor as him. Hell no.
I didn't know that, says Jack, before looking over to Cora and going, and you just asked why I call you a Sith.
Hey, I said I'm not a Sith. She just shrugs. I mean, you didn't ask about any details about him.
I trust you, Jim.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know.
Hey, Ash.
Yes?
Did you see my whisper earlier?
Oh. What is it? Okay. Do you want me to just tell you outright?
Yeah, I can tell him after it doesn't.
Oh, what he looks like in a force is essentially, well, calm. There isn't much exactly force. It's not even what you would see from a normal Jedi. Cora, on one hand, is... I don't know why Adam suddenly burst out laughing.
Carry on. Just carry on.
Yeah. Essentially, it's not like Cora who is like a torrent of force. It's like the force is going in her calm and is more like a storm about to brew. Or, for instance, you, who's more like a lake. He's just there. It's like force just flowing through him like any other.
Wait, oh right, I have a holocron.
You have a holocron.
Teaser takes out the well, it's not a holocron, it's a proto-holocron, I guess, from her robes and puts it on the ground.
Wow.
We recovered this from the temple on Malachor. I have been able to figure out that it is old. Very old. Much older than the existing type of holocrons. Possibly a proto-holocron?
That's an impressive feat, being older than Cora.
I can't know, of course, but I would guess that this possibly predates the divide.
He's gonna look it over and say, and you wanted me to do something with this?
Well,
I think we were wondering if you know how to access it.
He's gonna think for a moment. I need a moment. Could you move out my tent for a few? He says he stands up and he's going over behind what appears to be a cloth to do something.
Cora looks towards him as she's still snacking. Does that include me?
Yes.
I'm taking this with me.
As everybody exits the tent, Astrid just looks at you guys and asks, did Cora get you kicked out already?
Huh? Oh wait, you weren't in the tent with us?
No, I stated that I was standing outside watching because literally none of this concerns me. So I might as well stand guard.
It would be more accurate to say that we presented Eugene with something that gave him some pause, and he's now thinking about it.
Was the thing that gave him some pause the prospect of being near Cora again?
No.
What the hell?
You're on fire today. No. Also, turns out I've been wrong. Didn't used to be a Jedi.
He used to be a Jedi? I thought he was just some old Force hermit.
I said he didn't used to be a Jedi. He was Sith.
Oh, so...
Are you saying that outside the tent, Jack?
Yes.
I am. I'm also going to follow it up with, so the first rule... wrong.
What? But he sat in there in Jedi robes. I saluted at him.
Yes, you did.
Presumably he's left the Sith some time ago, especially since a certain Jedi Master calls him a friend.
I see. This is most unorthodox. But then again... Go ahead.
If you can fall from the light, maybe the same thing can happen in reverse.
I was just exactly going to go on to say that.
I still have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Fly glances at Cora.
You guys never
Nothing is
cease to
truly
amaze
black
me, you
or
know that?
white.
I mean, my friend's literally right there. If you wanna ask him something, just ask him. He's a fine guy, he'll answer your questions. But yeah,
So-
you have the opportunity to, you know, talk with my friend here, so you can just ask him all that questions rather than, you know, talk behind his back.
Wasn't he the one that kicked you guys out?
Don't worry, young people are like that, he says, walking out. What appears to be in his hand looks to be a red triangle. Well, red triangle. What do you call it again?
Holocron.
Yeah.
Pyramid?
Prisms?
Pyramid, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
A small red pyramid, which, yes, is a holocron, and he idly tosses it behind him like it was just like a candy wrapper and back into the tent. Alright, I think I know how to help you.
Sorry, Ash, quick question. Wasn't like each side a different colour?
One he was holding? No. One.
No, his is just red, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is a different one he's holding.
Yeah.
So his is a
different
Sith
one.
holocron. This is an actual holocron, this is a proto-holocron. I was gonna call it that from now on, the proto-holocron.
Proto-holocron, that's a good one. So essentially,
Protocon.
Protocon.
God damn it.
Well, young people are like that. They don't like, don't like boring conversations with old people.
I suppose it depends how you define boring.
I'm sure you love it. Anyway.
And the fact that you add that into every conversation we've ever had.
Well, you want to know about several things. You want training. You want to know how to bring balance to yourself. You want to know how to work that gem. And you want to know how to read this holocron. Am I correct? Of course I am. But... you know, this isn't all going to be covering that favor I owe you, correct? I'm going to expect a favor in return.
What do you need?
I will explain at a later date.
Serious, but fair. I held out my hand to shake.
He's going to shake your hand as well. His skin is a little bit rubbery as you expect of old people, but it's tough and his claws are still razor sharp, which he makes sure to keep away from your skin. Right. Well, I do have one thing. How do you guys feel about old Sith temples? Well, crypts, I suppose.
Oh no, not again!
Wait, again? Wait,
We've just literally come from another Sith temple.
Well, we did kind of went to Malachor 5, remember? We did kind of enter a temple. Well, sort of.
You misunderstand.
I promised Kains every mission wouldn't be the same as that one.
I assure you, this is long since abandoned.
Any chance of
But it is
them, you know, still
You
holding
said it
some
is a
goodies that
crypt.
haven't been nicked yet?
I assure you, I go there almost every single evening.
Ah, No dice then.
Does this have anything to do with the quick way?
Well, yes. We can get there, see if you decide to take the quick way. If not, well, I guess I can help you other ways.
Right then, let's quickly get our flasks full on water and start heading out, shall we?
He nods and gestures towards what appears to be a hanging bowl of some kind of water inside of it, like a moisture collector. He does have a small device at the bottom, which looks like basically technology helps with collecting water.
So essentially a tiny one-man moisture farm.
Yeah. He gestures towards that before he starts walking back inside to collect a few things. He does gesture for you, Corey, if you want to talk inside for a bit.
Sure, I'm gonna follow him inside.
You can see him rifling through his stuff, picking up a few like rags and the like, you know, old person stuff. Also, what appears to...
Eugene, you sure about this?
What do I have to lose, Cora?
I mean, you keep joking about how old you are, but I can sense it. There's still quite a lot of life left in you. You don't want to waste it like this, do you?
And where else would I waste it? Cora, as much as you want to think I am old, I'm tired. I may have a spiness of a 100-year-old, but after all, I think I want to help those lads. They're young. They're on something. They are onto something. I'm sure you've sensed it too.
Oh yeah, I have. I mean, sure, they're rough around the edges, but they're good people.
That may be true, but I think you fit in with them rather well. All of you are a bit rough around the edges.
Hey, 200 years of isolation will do that to you.
Well, when the last 25 years of company you've had is me and Sans, I guess that's to be expected. He says, and he picks up what appears to be a small cylinder-like object before stuffing it in his sleeve.
And the giant worms, which, I don't know, for some reason you never did warm up to them.
That's why I'm between the rocks.
You really should have given them another chance, you know.
I am completely fine keeping out of their reach, I assure you.
Suit yourself. That being said, there was something I wanted to talk to you as well. I know they pretty much laid down a bunch of stuff on you, but don't worry. I'm not actually gonna ask you for anything. I just felt like I wanted to share with somebody. You know that my memories are a bit of a mess, right?
Oh, yeah.
When we were at the temple, I also got some visions, and I think I may have a family member that I do not remember, and they're guiding me towards Hof. You know anything about that rock?
Hof? Cold place. Barren. Hardly anyone there. Mining companies. Both from the Empire and Republic.
Yeah, Jack did say as much.
Most outlying outposts get their water from there, including me. I mean, that's what Jack just delivered, in fact.
You wouldn't happen to know anything Force related there, would you? Like some old temples or something?
Sadly not. I don't think there is much on Hoth. There are cold planets with a few Jedi things here and there, but Hoth, it's just a ball of snow, sadly.
Weird place for somebody to hide.
Or maybe the perfect place.
What do you
Who
mean?
would look for a miner? Especially if they're force sensitive.
I guess you do have a point.
Anyway, gather your things. He's gonna say, and he's gonna look back and go, "Oh, do you want this back?" He says as he pulls out of a familiar looking mask.
I think I'm good.
Got a nod. Always just kept it. It is a rebreather afterwards, not just a mask. He shuts the case. Well,
Cora actually thinks about it for a second and starts tapping the vibrobe sword on her back. Actually, you know what? I think I'll take it. I changed my mind.
you're not gonna make me bend over again, are you?
Nah, don't worry. She's just gonna bend over and grab it and pat him on the back. Thanks for keeping it safe for me.
He nods and gives you a small pat on the back as well, out of respect. Alright, let's get going. Those young'uns will get antsy otherwise.
Yeah. Man, to be young again, right? Cora just jokes around as she puts the mask away.
He laughs. I'm sure they're playing with my guard animals anyway.
Yeah, like I said, rough around the edges. To be fair, that's what I did the first time I met you as well, so...
Well, mainly they dragged you here from the searing heat, but otherwise playing, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, at least they're not hanging up anything on your horns like I used to. They're so convenient.
No, they're not. He says, almost defeatedly before walking outside. Alright, well, we should get moving. Everybody ready? Soon enough, you are back within the desert. Once more on your speeders. Thankfully, you have the exact right amount of speeders in order to get this done quickly. It is a little ways away, of course, so you have some time if you wish to speak to each other on the trek ahead.
I'm just gonna let Cora know that she's sticking by me while we're in the temple.
No.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, you're just actually going to speak up and go, what's this about anyway?
What do you mean?
After specifically being told not to, she decided to hit an extremely whatever force mumbo jumbo mask and then got zapped with force stuff and then was on the ground and then hit it again.
Astrid, you'd think by now you'd realize that you cannot control me.
Yeah, but I can't babysit you.
No, you
By the way,
actually
Besides,
can't.
I don't
You
trust you to not put yourself or anyone else in danger at this point.
Eugen actually lets out a big laugh, just oh, that's a good one.
I know, right? This is the kind of stuff I have to put up with.
I don't understand you, Cora.
I meant more you two.
You're all upset about putting other people in danger, and then you do shit like that.
What are you talking about?
Well,
if
that's the
anybody's
thing.
upset here, it's you.
Yeah,
Eugen-
because I'm mad at you.
Eugen claps his hands like, he's like, okay. So, you're mad because she got hurt, and
she
you're
didn't
mad.
listen.
Yes, but did she endanger anyone else?
No, but she very well could have, and if I don't pay attention to her extra carefully, she can.
She wouldn't put the rest of you in danger. At most, she'd put herself in danger, which I admit she has to be watched sometimes, but otherwise...
I didn't say she'd do it intentionally. I just said she'd do something stupid and then maybe accidentally get somebody else hurt.
Astrid,
And
when was the last time you led an army?
I just kind of look at you like you've completely forgotten that I'm the heir to a Mandalorian
Yes,
clan.
the clan that you ran away from. When was the last time you led them into battle and they basically relied on you to stay alive? How many times have you done it?
Quite a few.
Really?
actually, you ran away. You wouldn't have had time. You wouldn't have led
No,
any
I ran
campaigns.
away a while after that.
Yeah, but you couldn't have been a leader by that point.
Allow me to make a counterpoint. Jack speaks up and goes, and when was the last time you led anyone?
I'm not a leader anymore,
George
Jack.
is.
I make my
No,
own
no.
decisions for myself.
You're not a leader anymore. It's
And-
not up to you to make the decisions that put other people in harm.
Right.
Thanks,
Anyway.
Nero.
Yeah. Okay then. So, soon enough, you are going to be arriving? Hmm?
Kains just looks back over his shoulder to Jack in response to that conversation. Light, darkness. As long as you want to use the Force for good, that's the main thing.
Exactly. See, he gets it.
Every time you speak, Kains, I like you more and more. I want you to know that.
After all, did you know that some Sith can throw lightning? I bet you would like for lightning.
Kains frowns slightly.
I'd be lying if Jack didn't look tempted.
He's like, lightning? Lightning.
That seems like a power used to torture people.
Word to the wise, don't use lightning, you'll turn into an old prune real fast.
That's not true. After all, a blaster is meant to do exactly what it's meant to do. You could use lightning for the same reason. And besides,
turn into a prune.
And besides, I've heard it's very useful for charging things.
Oh, that's true. I mean, what?
And now you start wondering why Eugene's place always has power.
I mean, did you think that maybe the fact that you look so old and rubbery is because maybe you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, Eugene?
I am completely fine.
Uh-huh.
We found out the reason he sent her away. She's the fucking death bell, constantly reminding him of his own mortality.
Exactly.
If anything, I'm reminding him that he shouldn't give up so much. He's still very young.
That's not how age works.
He's fine.
You're the type of rude motherfucker that goes to, like, someone in hospitals and just says, "Don't die," as they slip away and go into the next room.
Wait, Jack, wasn't that pretty much your strategy when you found out that Astrid got poisoned?
Yeah, well, I brought a doctor with me.
You brought a droid with you. That betrayed us, by the way.
Until I blew his chest off, he was a qualified doctor.
Yes,
The
truly
Astrid
truly worthy of the title Captain Bedside.
By the way, given how close you and the lady have been here, I suspect you are...
Oh yeah, they're banging.
I was going to say together and be more tactful than that.
They're married, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry you didn't get an invite, though.
Thanks.
It's okay, I...
Would have enjoyed missing the wedding.
It was
Yes.
quite a spectacular wedding, to say the least.
My parents showed up.
In a
giant
battle cruiser.
battleship.
Oh, that's, nice of them? He looks confused.
Yeah, turns out Astrid wasn't supposed to get married, but she wanted to anyway, so turns out that was quite a hassle, really.
Oh no, she was supposed to get married, just not to Jack here. The issue has since been resolved.
Well, no
I
wonder...
pimp slapped my suitor into unconsciousness.
he looks like he raises a brow like, okay. Are you a Mandalorian by any chance?
I look at him in my ceremonial Mandalorian armor and say, no.
Oh, okay then. He just completely buys that and walks away.
It's okay, I daubed the other one.
He's gonna go, that being said, no wonder the Jedi wouldn't teach you. I mean, you've practically broken every single rule up to date.
But
Apart from
honestly,
turning
I
on the
didn't
dark
even
side.
ask. Well,
More to
unless
the point,
Tizza
he is
counts.
too old.
You don't count, do you, Tizza?
I'm no Jedi, no.
Tizza doesn't count then.
Fair enough. Anyway,
See?
looks like we're nearing.
See, this is why Revan was such a cool guy to surf under. Because Jedi are basically slaves to the Force
Oh,
and the Sith are basically
God.
addicts.
Not this again, Eugene says.
He was a
He's-
great leader, Eugene. You couldn't fathom the deepness and the complexity of his plans and the repercussions of every motion he had, everything he did.
We never even met the guy.
Cora, I won't stand for those sort of insults to the Jedi Order. They've done the galaxy a great service.
Yeah, and guess what? The Jedi Order was prepared to watch the Mandalorians sweep the galaxy through. Thanks to Revan and, well, what are now called Fallen Jedi, or Grey Jedi, whatever floats your boat, we managed to stop them.
I think
No
it
offense,
would have been
Astrid.
better if there was more Mandalorians.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, she wasn't alive then.
Cora is very awkwardly gonna pat Astrid on the shoulder. Sorry.
Sadly,
Still mad at you.
Sadly, there was a situation that could have ended in only one of two ways. Either the Mandalorian would have won, at which point they would have no one left to fight, or they lost, which they did. Which means
Or,
they got their battle.
or they would have won, tried to face the Sith, and lost.
Yeah.
And then the Sith would control everything.
Yeah, let's be real.
All
The
that.
Mandalorians can't handle the Sith.
They couldn't handle one fallen Jedi, to be completely honest.
Slyly moves
Again,
hand behind
Revan
Well,
didn't fall.
this mountain, prove me wrong.
They,
She's thinking about it.
Damn it, Eugene, we've been over this countless times. Revan didn't fall.
Okay, so
Look, I
This
bet
is-
I
this
could
is-
take a Jedi.
this
I
is gonna
say,
be the
pointing my
scene.
finger at Eugen.
it's literally Astrid and Cora shouting at Eugene, one about how Revan was the greatest Jedi to ever live, and the other one is like, I bet I could have took on all the fucking Sith.
I bet I could take on you, you fucking old piece of shit. Stop talking shit about me. You
You're
fucking
almost
dickhead.
dead. Let's all remind you of how old you are.
He's not dying. He's still young. There's plenty of life left in him. Damn it, you guys.
After you say Revan one more damn time, says
Tis is just gonna aggressively meditate on the back of the speederbike and not touch it.
By the way, while we're having this heated discussion, I'm gonna casually reach out and grab my water flask from his horn so I can have some water.
So eventually you finally reach here. Eugene looks slightly older than he did when you, well, left, and he's like rubbing his head and his horns. He's like, what? And he takes off what? It's like throws it towards Cora before.
Ow.
Okay, we're here.
Tizzy just pats Eugene's shoulder in sympathy.
He nods towards you, sympathetic. He's like,
As we're going in, I sort of go over and whisper to Kleins, I really am sorry. I promise next time you can pick the mission.
He just slowly blinks at you.
I'd like to think that Jack is scared. Oh my god, our doctor is gonna leave us after this isn't here.
2 trips involves a fucking temple.
Yeah,
Or
I give you
or a
like my
crypt. It's
most
like, yep.
conciliatory smile of, please believe me. I didn't
before
mean for this to happen. Look, if he tells us the next thing we've got to do is go into a Sith temple, feel free to leave, Jack.
In before next stop, fucking Korriban. It's like, psst.
No, we can't go there. They
Are you
banned
sure? Have you tried?
No. It's in the name of the planet, Sibby. She's not allowed.
Oh fuck.
Cora,
Adam, how long were you waiting for you to make that joke?
I waited as soon as you said Koraban and went, well, if no one's gonna say it.
No, like I'm just wondering, like if you worked it out like a while ago, and you've just been waiting for someone to mention
No,
Korriban.
no, I do all of my stuff on the spot.
oh no, okay.
I improv, Sibby.
Shall we get back on track?
Yeah.
Captain, at least I got paid for this time. Unlike the first Sith pull you brought me to.
Once again, I really do apologise for that.
Just
I
shakes his
assure
head.
you, nothing dangerous is here. Eugene says he starts going towards the door. You coming?
Yep.
No, I have not yet, Sibby.
Yes.
I will do
Okay.
that momentarily. Good for reminding me, otherwise I would have pissed it all on ship components.
Yeah, I just realized. Oh, well, yeah.
Right then. So, do you enter the temple, or is there anything you want to do outside quickly before you enter? Or?
And tuck Crystal back under my shirt and redo it. No.
I'm just gonna assume that outside of the temple or crypt, whatever it is just desert.
Yeah, it's desert, and essentially this is just under a rocky overpass.
Yeah, so
Like in the middle of
there's
nowhere.
not much to do outside the temple. So no, I'm not gonna do anything outside
Right.
the temple.
Right. So he heads inside. You will follow.
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Get on the building, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!